Hey guys, so are you as pumped up as I am? Because we just started our 60-day to success challenge. And it's easy. It's easy. So easy that I'm going to be able to break down the 7 skills that you are going to need in order to make this happen. Number 1, we have to find prospects. Number 2, we have to invite those prospects to understand the Beachbody Challenge. Number 3, we have to present the Beachbody Challenge video. Number 4, we have to follow up with the prospects. 5, enroll them. 6, help them get started right. And 7, lastly, promote events. So this is a 60-day training, so we're not going to cover all 7 steps today. What I want to do is cover the first 3. So let's start with finding prospects. We can find prospects anywhere. We can find them at the grocery store, we can find them at the coffee shop, we can find them on Facebook, we can find them at our family get-togethers. I mean, they're everywhere. It's just meeting people. So wherever there's somebody, a living person, breathing and is alive, well, that's somewhere to find a prospect. Skill number 1. Starting today and for the rest of your life, and then we'll start with the 60-day challenge. When you meet a person, get their contact info and find a creative way to stay in touch. So let's say I'm at the coffee shop and you are sitting right next to me. Well, our society, it's a little bit different than it was a century ago, because a century ago we would be talking like it was no thing, and we want to bring that back. So if I'm at a coffee shop and I see someone, I at least want to say hi. Hey, how you doing? What kind of coffee did you get? Oh, great. And eventually that's going to turn into a conversation. I promise you. All we got to do is initiate the conversation, and who knows where it's going to take us. But my goal, my intent is to create a relationship with that person. Who knows who they are and what they can do. And I'm talking outside of this challenge. It may be somebody who has a bike for sale, and I'm looking for a bike. Wow. All I had to do was talk to them at the coffee shop. So what we're trying to do is meet people. We have a goal within the first 10 days. I know you heard me earlier say 2 weeks. Well, let's say 10 days. We want to refine it. The first 10 days, I want to get 5 people on my list per day. So we're upping up, taking up the ante. Right here, it says at least 2 people per day, but I want to get 5 people per day. So you have your contact list, and it has 10 people on a sheet. Okay, on those 10 people, I want to get half of this sheet filled out every day, just of somebody that I've met. So let's say that I met Jerry Watchhead. Jerry Watchhead, and he gives me his email at j@aol.com. And he doesn't give me his phone number. Okay, understandable. We're strangers, so I don't have a phone number. But I'll leave a comment here. Met at coffee shop, rides. What kind of bike does he have? He has a Centurion bike. Interested in getting faster. Not fatter, faster. Okay, so now I have some notes. I have some notes on this guy. So when I follow up with him after those 10 days, I can reference something. Hey, Jerry, man, you've been on the bike lately? Beautiful weather, man. I mean, I wish I had a bike. Tell me a little bit more about your bike. Okay, so now we've started a conversation. So number 2 is, as I reach out to Jerry, and it doesn't have to be this initial meeting at the coffee shop. It could be a few days later. I tell him that I'm gonna call him, so I call him, or I tell him I'm gonna send him an email, so I send him an email. What I am trying to do is invite him to understand the Beachbody challenge. That's it. I just want him to understand it. I want him to know that it exists, because a lot of people are clueless. I'm going to be straight up with you. People don't even know what the Beachbody challenge is. Some people have never even heard of P90X, believe it or not. I know. Well, my goal in step number 2 is to transfer my belief. Now, I've had an amazing transformation with P90X, so I can talk about it all day long. I can talk about it for the next 10 years because I remember it like it was yesterday. And I want to transfer that belief. Letitia can talk about it. Dave can talk about it. Lori can talk about it. All of y'all guys have had some kind of success with a Beachbody challenge. Well, you're just transferring belief. I just want to tell you about my experience because it's that awesome. My goal is to educate you and let you decide if you want to be a part of it. All I want you to know is that it exists and what it did in my life. Now, item C is trust comes from the relationship. It's very important that we understand that. I'm not trying to come across as a sleazy salesman. That is not what we do. We come across as someone who cares for you. People don't care what you know until they know that you care. So it's very important that I reference those notes from our initial encounter, so I can build some rapport. I can make a friend, and if he buys from me, great. And if he doesn't, great. I still have a friend. Success is to get a large group of people to consistently do a few simple things over an extended period of time. And that there is the basis of our challenge group. When we get a large group of people into our challenge group to consistently do a few simple things over an extended period of time, working out, drinking their Shakeology, then we're going to get success. It's as simple as that. If we can get people into our challenge group, if you can get people into our challenge group, you are going to be very successful at this. So just recapping, we're going to focus on education and understanding. Be yourself. Don't try to be a salesperson. Just be a friend. Be a friend. Bring some passion. You want to have the energy. We are emotional beings. I'm going to feed off of your energy, just like you're feeding off of this energy right now that I'm exerting in this video. Bring some energy. Bring a smile. Clap your hands. Throw them up in the air like you're at church. Whatever you have to do to bring some passion. And lastly, be bold and confident. If this has changed your life, if this has brought value into your life, and I'm talking about the Beachbody challenge, then tell people about it. Because you're going to have some non-believers. You're going to have some people that say, well, I do CrossFit, or I do Zumba, or I just can't work out at home. Well, I did. Look at me. Touch these biceps. Let me flex my chest. Be bold and confident. This stuff works. It's legit. There's a reason why millions of people can be found on YouTube with their P90X results or insanity results. So that's it. Those 4 things. It's pretty simple. Now, there is an art to the invitation process, and that is what we're going to cover right here in section F. 8 steps. We want to be in a hurry. We want to compliment the prospect. We want to make the invitation. If I would you, get a time commitment, confirm the time commitment, schedule the next call, and then get off the phone. So here's a quick scenario. I met Jerry Watchhead at Starbucks on Monday. We had a very friendly conversation. I told him, hey, let me give you a call. I need to get out of here. The wife is expecting me to go pick her up. And I'll give you a call, or I'll send you an email. Ideally, I want to make a phone call. That's what I want to do, make a phone call. So he gives me his phone number. He says, you know what? Let me give you my card. So now he gives me his phone number. He gives me his card, and it's 210-589-7894. Okay, great. I have a phone number now. So I call him up on Wednesday, and this is how the conversation's going to go. Hey Jerry, it's Ray. I can't talk too long. My wife's waiting on me again, as always. I did want to say that I enjoyed our conversation. You seem like a very interesting person, and I took so much from our 5-minute discussion on bikes. Hey, listen. I'm making some phone calls right now, and I wanted to invite you to be part of our Beachbody Challenge group. And he'll probably say, oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Tell me a little bit more. Hey Jerry, I really would love to get into it, but I don't have the time right now. If I send you a video that explains it all, would you watch it? Yeah, sure, Ray. Send it on over. Okay, great. Do you want me to text it to you, or do you want me to email it to you? Yeah, just email it to me. Okay, great. When do you think that you can watch it? Okay, well, I guess I can watch it when I get off of work. Great. Well, if I call you at 9 o'clock this evening, we can talk about it, okay? It's okay, great. Okay, great. So you're saying you can watch it this afternoon. I'm going to call you at 9 and we can talk about it. Okay, great. So now I've scheduled that call. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, great. I got to go. My wife, she's about to she's about to scream at me. I need to go. And that's it. We've gone through the 8 steps. So I've complimented them. I've made the invitation. If I would you, I got the time commitment. I confirmed the time commitment, and I've scheduled the next call. Perfect. So what's next? Well, the next step is for me to present the Beachbody Challenge. I am going to use a third-party tool, which is the video, which is the Beachbody Challenge video. And if that's a money maker. That's such a money maker for us. So make sure that you know exactly how to find that. And I want to be able to tell my story. Now that's going to be one of our next assignments, is to tell our story. And it's very simple. There's just 4 things right there. Your background, things you didn't like about your background, how Beachbody came to the rescue, your results, and how you feel about the future. So we need to be able to share that story over and over and over and over and over. So it's important that we take the time to script it, write it down, make sure that we hit those key points every time we tell the story. And if we can do that, if we can send them the video and we can share our story, then the likelihood of us going to the next step is very, very high. So just to recap, we're going to go and find a prospect. We're going to invite them to understand the Beachbody Challenge, and then we're going to present the challenge video and share our story. That's it. That's it. And what we're going to do is we are going to repeat that process over and over and over and over for the 50 names that we get in on our list. So that's just a little bit, a few steps ahead of where we're going, so you can prepare for it. But like I said, right now, the first 10 days, we're all about finding them, inviting them, and sending them the video. That's it. That's as far as we want to take it in the next 10 days. So what do we do now? Start adding more people to our list. The cool thing about it is, because we start a new challenge every month, that means that we can recycle our contacts every month. If I invited you last month and you weren't ready, guess what? I can invite you this month, and you take up a slot on my 50 slots. So that's it, guys. That's the video for today. I have to go and get my contacts now, but leave me a message if you have any questions, and let's continue to rock and roll. All right, guys. Peace out.